over 250 variety of fish. We have some seahorses, and we also have some seals. Now we are a little bit nervous about the seals because seals do attract sharks. Dun, dun, dun. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we have now exited the New York Harbor and entered back into the East River. Off to the left side of the boat, this is downtown Manhattan. Off to the right side of the boat, this is downtown Brooklyn towards the front. Now downtown Brooklyn and downtown Manhattan are the only two downtowns here in New York City. All 5 boroughs do share our 2 downtowns. Now, I mentioned earlier about how Battery Park and the financial district of the southern tip of Manhattan is some of the oldest neighborhoods here in New York City, but it is also some of the oldest neighborhoods here in the entire country, in the United States. There is a lot of history here in the southern tip of Manhattan that contributes to the overall history of the United States. First, know that before Washington, D.C. was the capital of the United States, New York City was the capital of the United States for a very brief period, 1785 and the year 1790. However, right next to the New York Stock Exchange on Wall Street, ladies and gentlemen, there is a memorial called Federal Hall National Memorial. This memorial building served as the capital of the United States during that time period. It is here at this building where George Washington was inaugurated as the first president of the United States of America. It is here where our United States Bill of Rights was written, and here partly where our U.S. Constitution was ratified in the year 1788, all in the southern tip of Manhattan. Another very interesting find that you can find here in the southern tip of Manhattan, ladies and gentlemen, is the old African burial grounds. Now, back in the year 1991, the federal government was going to build an office building here in the southern tip of Manhattan, and when they excavated the land to build the building, they found over 15,000 skeletons. They did not know that that plot of land used to serve as a cemetery during the colonial times, and specifically a cemetery for the enslaved Africans that were brought here during the colonial times. Instead of building the office building on top of this mass grave, ladies and gentlemen, they instead dedicated the plot of land to be a national park, and today you can still visit the African Burial Ground National Park here in the southern tip of Manhattan. Now, if we look off to the left side of the building, this wedding cake looking building and this square building with the orange line of construction going up the middle of it, that street down there is Wall Street, and down there there's a church that we can see down Wall Street. That church is one of the oldest churches here in New York City, and it is at that church where one of our founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton, is buried. Yes, the same Alexander Hamilton from the musical Hamilton. Now, Alexander Hamilton was the first Secretary of the Treasury of the United States, and since he built the foundation of